Up next, the Saints and Jets are facing off for just the 14th time since 1972. Can New York even up the series at 7 wins each? Find out right here on EA Sports.
That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets. Now the Jets about set to go here on the offensive side for the first time, and leading them out, Charles, the number 2 overall pick in this April's draft. It's Zach Wilson out of BYU. They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The numbers on the ground for Carter a week ago. 15 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because, to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hill. He's got Smith here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Here's Hill. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. On fourth down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they can't bring him down. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that he got into his head a little bit.
We're scoreless after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw is Hill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 19. A shotgun snap for Hill. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Hill. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Quentin Williams, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Again, Kamara. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The kick by Maher is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more. Now Carter to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A good strong run there by Michael Carter, reminiscent of his days at North Carolina. A 1,000-yard rusher each of his last 2 years in Chapel Hill, despite being in a timeshare with Javonte Williams, who was a second-round pick of the Denver Broncos. Carter, the 2nd pick of the 4th round, out of UNC. He could be the Jets' leading rusher moving forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. To throw again on second down. Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So Wilson going to give to Carter on the draw. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Hill on first down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quentin Williams in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. 2nd and 20. A final shot before break. Hill. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Hill. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Troutman, right side. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Berrios. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. That's on the rookie first-round pick, Elijah Vera Tucker. A give, Carter running right. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he's brought down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And they'll run here with Carter. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Final minute now of the third quarter. On 2nd and 12, Hill. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. On the check down, he finds Kamara. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And here comes Berrios. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of 40. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's taken down inside the 30. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
They'll run with Carter.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away.
They'll try to run for it with Carter.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Going for it, it's Carter.
And he's not even going to get past the line of scrimmage. Brought down right at the 4. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Hill. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Hill now to throw.
It's complete.
Kamara's got the first down and then some. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it's Hill. Being chased out left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Hill. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's back to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Back to throw. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They'll look to throw. Flushed out, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end. But they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Saints, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.